Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day. There's another new tank that you can get for tokens, tier 9. It's called the Cobra. Here it is on your screen right here. It's a British medium tank, and this is one of the first games played in it. Here it is, guys. Here it is, the Cobra. Let's just take another good look at it here. Driven by... It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Huh? Driven by Schmidt from the Yujo clan. Shout out to you guys who's got it equipped. Let's get the show on the road. Let's zip back and see how he's got it equipped. He's got vert stabs. He's got turbo. He's got improved rotation. He's got vert stabs directive. He's got food. He's got it all. Let's go. Hey, the first commander said let's get this show on the road. Now he said let's go. And he's got 20 shells here, 210 pen, 465 HP of damage. That's a HESH shell. It's a HESH. Did I say that right? That's British HE. It has high penetration, but it behaves like HE. It has a higher chance of penetrating because it has high penetration. If it does not penetrate, it does nominal damage as per the HE formula. Then he's got 8 shells here, 268 pen and 360 damage. That's heat. Okay, he's got some heat and he's got some HESH. Then there's some regular HE, which is 120 pen, 515 alpha. That's regular HE. He doesn't have any of that. Might as well go straight for the HESH. Now it's interesting with this tank. There's different alphas depending on this poor guy. And you can see there. Gotcha! It's HE, but the shell velocity is over 1,000 meters per second on the HESH. Oh, you see that? He just rolled 39. That's what happens when you don't penetrate. 39. Did anyone know that HE's been nerfed? Which includes HESH. Oh, look! One of my teammates just exploded, Daddy! It's funny, another one of these new tanks is in the game, and it relies on HE and HESH. They've nerfed HE and HESH, right? So on non-penetrating hits, you get trolled sometimes. Like, how do you roll 39? Jesus. Okay, so it's gonna troll you if you don't penetrate. But 4 shots, 1.5 seconds between shots, high shell velocity, and a choice of basically heat, HE, or HESH. Now, for those of you who still can't get it, can't think of the difference. HE and HESH are the same thing. They're the same mechanic. HESH is just something the British tanks get. It's HE with higher pen. So you have a higher chance of penetrating. He's got HESH loaded here. Let's see how he does with the HESH. If he pens this guy, he's going to roll 540, 1,000. He's penning this guy on every shot with basically HE called HESH. But why? Because it has 210 penetration. Devastating. It's the same as the Death Star or the Shit Barn. Now, does the game need another tier 9 that can... Another tier 9 autoloader? I don't know. That's a whole discussion. Really, does the game need it? Another tier 9 tank that's going to run around and, and shit on you with an autoloader. People are not going to know what this Cobra is. And if it pulls around the corner, it can do 4 shots in... Okay, it takes the first shot, then 1.5 seconds for the second shot. Another 1.5 seconds for the third shot. That's 3 seconds. And then the last shot, 4.5 seconds. In 4.5 seconds, it can deal 465 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, we gotta stop here. They removed the Waffentrager AF E100 because it was an autoloader and it could take out a tank from full HP just like that, right? They said it was too powerful and they removed it. And that was years ago. And now with the power creep, we're going more and more and more towards the same direction. So now we have a tank that takes 4 shots very quickly. Almost 500 alpha, 4 shots. So how do you get this Cobra? I'll show you. You go into your battle pass here and It says item for tokens. Okay, item for tokens. I have 16 tokens. So what can I get? Well, I can get myself a Lorraine 50T. No, that's 18 tokens. I can't even get that one. Scheisse! You can see how the price, the recent ones, the prices go up. And here's the Cobra right here. So you need 24 tokens to get the Cobra. Tokens available 16. So what does it say about it? It has a 120 millimeter gun. 120 millimeter gun. 4 shots in the magazine. 1.5 seconds between shots. 50 seconds complete reload, which is an eternity. 0.38 disparity. These numbers really don't mean much because you can, as you're going to see in the replay, you can put equipment on to really lower those numbers. And it's the shell velocity that's really good. If you had these kind of dispersion numbers and you had 600 meter per second shell velocity where the shot just lobs in, that would be atrocious. But with this shell velocity, that's not so bad, okay? Turret, 130 millimeters of armor in the front with those angles. You might bounce something, right? You might. You get a free large repair kit for eternity. Free transferring crew without, because of premium transferring of crews. More combat experience and crew experience. So it gets a combat experience and crew experience multiplier, but not a credit multiplier. Where is it here? Mobility. Top speed 40. Not bad. Not bad. Concealment 13 or 12 and a half. You're going to get that up to 24. You can probably get that up close to 28, 29 with a concealment crew and camo paint and everything. Maybe close to 30, which is pretty good. Do you got the tokens? Do you got 24 tokens? It's not, guys, okay, it's not broken. It's not overpowered. It's not going to destroy the game because, you're going to have to know what you're doing. Although it's mobile and it has gun depression and it has a little bouncy turret. Yeah, okay, well, whatever. You guys leave some comments in the comment section and let me know what you think. Of course, it's going to cost you 24 tokens, which you get. You can't possibly get this tank unless you've spent money on improved battle pass, right, to earn the tokens. If you're just a free-to-play player and you've been grinding the battle pass, even if you completed all of it, you don't have 24 tokens, and you can't get it. I don't have 24 tokens. I only have, I think, 16 because I didn't finish the battle pass. And I was stupid enough not to complete the rest with gold. Okay, let's see how he does on a wheeled vehicle. How does he do on a wheeled vehicle? You know what's amazing on this tank? He didn't pen 84. He did pen over 500. There you got a perfect illustration of the excuse me, of the HESH, which works with the HE mechanic. If you don't pen, you're gonna get trolled, okay, because they've nerfed HE. But this one has the HESH has a high penetration value, so you typically do pen. If you aim your shots, 210 pen is pretty decent. The other thing that's amazing is typically with HESH or HE, a lot of those tanks that have that, the HE, the shell velocity is low. The shots lob in, and you can miss a lot of shots. But this thing is like a laser beam. This thing really, the shell velocity is amazing. So, like, look at the shell velocity. He's not going to pen that. Oh, he did. He did. And he did again. The shell velocity is insane. He's going to pick a soft target now. Excuse me while I take a drink here. And he did not pen 43. So you have to be very careful to choose your targets and make sure you pen. And I guess that's going to be the balancing factor. There's going to be people that just snipe and shoot at heavily armored targets, and you're going to run through your ammunition. You're going to run through your ammunition and do, no damage if you don't actually aim your shots. And it's going to make you you're going to have to flank heavily armored targets. You're going to have to not shoot the mouse, not shoot the Type 5 Heavy, not shoot the IS-7, unless you can get in a position where you know you're going to penetrate. So there's going to be some learning curve in this because it doesn't have a lot of ammunition. And I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But of course, the good tanks are always reserved for those who pay. Well, Schmidt, you ended up having one of the best games in the Cobra on the first day that it was released. 7,144 damage. Let's see, did he make credits? No, he lost a shit ton because he was shooting HESH, which is pretty expensive. And if you pay, meaning, guys, you have to pay, right? This game is free to pay. It's free to pay. And if you paid for the improved battle pass, and you got the tokens, one way or another, you have to accumulate them. By now, you would have had to pay. And if you paid, you get to have this. And people are going to rush out and get it. And beware, they're going to be on the battlefield. And if you're in a squishy tank, beware, because this thing will take you out in 4 seconds. Now, if you're in a city map and you come around the corner and one of these is there, and you're in a leopard, okay, I always use the leopard as an example. If you're in a leopard and you pull out to shoot, and this thing is there, it's going to hit you 4 times and do almost 500 damage per shot. It's going to take you out, basically. It's going to destroy your game. Once again, another tank that's going to be effective on most tech tree tanks other than the ones that are armored. And let's see, which nation has the tanks that are fairly well armored, including the light tanks that, might accidentally bounce 3 out of the 4 shots? What nation might do that? Leave some comments. Maybe you can jog my memory. There's one particular nation that has very heavily armored tanks that is not going to be as affected by this. But if you like the lightly armored tanks, like if you just got yourself that TVP, the sniper little Czechoslovakian tank destroyer, one of these is going to ruin your day soon. Leave some comments, guys. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you on the next one. Actually, I'm not going to catch you on the next one. We're going to watch a bonus feature here. Now, we have to watch a game in a tank that's, I think, similar, although completely different, and that is the GSOR. Remember when the GSOR came out? And they're like, wow, the GSOR is going to break the game. It has that autoloader. It has 4 shots. Well, this is a tier 8. It's British. It has similar mobility. It has similar characteristics. Of course, there's you 2 children. Like, he wants to turn right, this guy wants to go straight. Just put on the brakes for 1 second, and that's all you have to do. Now he smashes into another guy, and now this guy's pissed off. What a stupid game we play. All you have to do, buddy, is just let off the W key for half a second, let him go by and change direction. But no. There's no fixing stupid. It was the other guy's fault. No, it was my fault. No, it was your fault. Fuck you. Uninstall. Just children. Smash into another teammate. Why don't you? So this this tank. This is tier 8. The other one's tier 9. Okay, so that's the difference. The other one's more powerful. It's in tier 9. But still, this one here has the 4 shots, lower alpha. 320 alpha per shot, 4 shots. The shots take longer. Each of the 4 shots, it's not 1.5 seconds, it's 4 seconds. And the reload is horrendous. Right? The reload takes forever. The reload on the Cobra takes forever as well, but not as forever. Right? This one's more forever. This one's an eternity. And the Cobra is for... No, wait a minute. Which one? What's faster? Eternity or forever? You know what I'm trying to say. They both have a shit-long reload. But you can see just in a few short years, like how long was it since this thing was introduced in the game? Was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Maybe just 2 years ago? You can see how much power creep there's been in just 2 years. Right? Imagine... going from something like this that has 4 shots, that take 4 seconds between shots, that has lower alpha, on a kind of a medium mobile package with not that much armor, And then just a few years later, you got 4 shots that do almost double the alpha, 1.5 seconds between shots, HESH. This is not 4 seconds between shots, this is 2 seconds between shots. I was wrong. But, I mean, the Cobra is... Tell me if I'm wrong, guys, or maybe it's, maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I just looking at them, to me, I think the Cobra is 100 times better. But you're gonna say, it's tier 9. And I got my statistics wrong here. This is not 4 seconds between shots. This is, I think, 2 seconds between shots, which is okay. Which one's the 4 seconds? Oh, that's the Charfoutour. Yes, the Charfoutour is 4 seconds. They're introducing a lot of these tanks autoloaders, and they're trying to balance the burst damage with the reload time. The Charfoutour has 4 shots, and it's 4 seconds between shots, and a reload of eternity. And that one was like 2-3 years ago. And now you got the Cobra, that's 4 shots, but only 1.5 seconds between. So maybe we should have watched the Charfoutour game. But there's a lot of these tanks that have this similar kind of play style. And it's introducing a lot of burst damage to the game. The game starts, and if you have 5 or 6 of these per team, and when the teams first encounter each other, it's like burst, boom, 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 right? The clips fly, and let's watch these 4 shots. The clips are let loose at the beginning of the game because they're all loaded, and then the team that has the best aim or the best RNG that does well with their first flurry. You look at the score after 3 minutes, and it's either plus 3,000 or minus 3,000 HP. Right? These burst damage tanks really lift the amount of damage done in the first volley of the game, especially if there's like 4 or 5 on each side. And you're probably thinking, no, they don't, because they have a long reload. My point is, in the first encounter, right, when the game starts, when the game first starts, and both sides move into position, and they first detect each other, all these tanks that have the autoloaders are ready to go. They're loaded. And then the teams see each other, and then the first volleys are fired. There's more damage done now in that first encounter with all these autoloaders than there was in the past, where most tanks only took 1 shot. They had to, I took my shot, and I got to pull in cover, and I got to get hauled. These tanks pull out in the first volley as 4 shots, or 5 shots, or 6 shots, or 3 shots, right? So you get, like the Cobra can do 4 shots at almost 5, can do 2,000 damage in 4 seconds in its first volley. What if there's a platoon of 3 Cobras, and they all land their shots? They've taken 6,000 HP off the enemy team in the first 35 seconds or 40 seconds of the game. And then almost the game, if the enemy team doesn't respond with something, then there's almost an insurmountable HP difference at the beginning of the game. It makes the snowball effect, right? You look at the score. Oh, we're down 6,000 HP. Right, 2, 4, 6, 3 Cobras, and then in 45 seconds, players on the enemy team, the game's over. They start retreating. They start getting into defensive positions. I don't know. These all these autoloaders. There's a lot of people that have the opinion that the more and more autoloaders, they're just ruining the game. They're making the game faster. Did you get shit on more? I don't know. You guys describe it. What do you think in the comment section? That's just one observation. I'm not saying whether I think that's great or whether I think it's horrible. It's just true. That's what's happening, right? The more and more autoloaders you put in the game, this is the effect you get. Just got to analyze things as they come up, in a no bullshit way. That's what we're gonna get. You get the 3 Charfoutours, 2 GSORs, 3 Cobras. Right, and then that new Swedish, the new Czechoslovakian TD that shoots every 4 seconds anyway and doesn't have a long reload. It's basically an autoloader on steroids, right? You get 2 of those. So 10 of the tanks in the game are these burst damage tanks. And then you hit battle, you go, okay, let's play. You encounter each other. What do you think's going to happen? Right? What do you think's going to happen? It's going to be a shit show of burst damage. And the HP is going to go whoop, 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 whoop. And whatever team has the best RNG or the best aim is up 5,000-6,000 HP in the first 2 minutes. Right? It's just math. It's just math, guys. You know, there's no agenda or ideology. It's just math. Math is hard, stupid. Who said that? It was a U.S. politician. Math is hard. An insult. No, it was a Canadian politician. Yeah, that's right. He lost the election. He was having a debate. It was a guy, an old man, debating a woman, and they were talking about economics, and she said something that wasn't too clever. She actually said something stupid, and he looked at her and scowled. He said, well, I guess math is hard. And the takeaway wasn't that she doesn't understand the economics. The takeaway was that he said to a woman that math is hard and insulted her. And the backlash was terrible, and he lost. And she, who does not understand math, won. The takeaway is, math is hard. Some people don't understand math. Did you watch my video on the spall liner? Read some of the comments. People have no clue what 50% less damage means. They have no clue. Not everyone, but there's a good percentage of people that left comments in that video that have no idea what a spall liner will result in 50% less damage on a non-penetrating hit. People do not understand how to calculate 50% less. They just don't. They don't understand math. Some of the comments, people are thinking, well, you said this number, you really meant that number, you don't know. Just ridiculous. I put little hearts by those comments and replied to them. Learn math, and then I replied, because they have no clue. So there's going to be some people in this video leaving comments saying, that's not true, Klaus, the autoloaders aren't going to, the damage won't be faster. Well, they shoot faster. Lonely Ronin. Lonely Ronin. You did pretty good as well. 7,059 damage with your auto-loading burst damage TD. And he made some credits. 113,000 minus about 140,000 equals plus 33,000. In Russia, in rubles, he made lots of rubles. Leave some comments, guys. I'm interested in knowing what you think in the comment section.